stage is yours, Mariatta.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here today. So my name is Mariatta, and I came here from Vancouver, Canada. I will actually talk more about myself a little bit later. But today, right now, I want to introduce you. I mean, who are you? Like, what are you even doing here in Florence, Friday morning? You're in tech conference. I think you're awesome. You're here because you're on a mission. You wanna improve yourself, take on new challenges, learning about all the cool and new things in Python world, leveling up your skills. So I think you're all really awesome. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for choosing to be here. But you know, in the course of completing your success, your mission, you might come across some roadblocks. It's not always going to be a smooth sail. There will be bumps, there will be times where you will get stuck and couldn't continue. And you see that roadblock. What are you gonna do? Like, what can you do? Maybe you start asking yourself, like, how much effort do you wanna put into it? Just how badly do you want it to complete your mission? Now, depending on your answer, there are two options you can take. One option is really, really easy, takes very little effort. The other one is going to be a little bit more complicated. You know what's really easy? Give up. Give up, really easy, end of story. Takes very little effort, just say no. Say, I'm done, not doing this anymore. That roadblock, turn around, back to your comfort zone. And move on, do something else. Takes very little effort to give up. And it's easy to come up with excuses to justify giving up. Could just tell yourself that, you know, I tried, right? I tried, it didn't work out. Maybe you start thinking it's just too hard. You're not meant to be doing this, not worth doing. Time to move on. The thing about excuses, sometimes they're invalid. They're errors. When you make excuses, you're making mistakes. So, don't give up. And what's the other option? You got to reach out, find help, find someone who could help you and guide you through this problem. And it's going to take a lot of effort. Like, first you actually need to find out who can help you. What if you're new to programming, new to the Python community, you don't even know anybody? How do you reach out if you don't know them? And when you find someone, can you trust them? How do you know if their answer is the right one, right? So there are a lot of uncertainties, and when you have to rely on someone else. But finding help is what you're going to need to do in order to move forward so that you can complete your goal. And just like you can come up with excuses to justify giving up, you can come up with excuses for not wanting to accept help. Here are some of my own excuses. I believe that my questions are just stupid. Like, it will make me look stupid. Everybody in the world knows the answer except me. And besides, I don't really want to let people know that I'm stuck. Like, they're gonna realize that I'm not that good. Like, maybe I don't really want to ask this question, right? It's not worth asking. Except it's a myth. There is no stupid question. Can't figure out how to set up local environment? That's not stupid. That's valid question. Don't know what a decorator in Python? That's not stupid. Don't know how to rebase? Not stupid. Real, valid question. What's real? There are people out there who makes you think that way. There are people who want to make you feel stupid. trolls, mansplainers. They exist. They're around us, and they're toxic. So when you get mocked, you've been trolled, you have to disengage and leave and find a different community so that you can find the mentor there. It's hard. Finding mentors is hard. It takes a lot of work, and they're almost invisible. They're around us. They just don't walk wearing name tags. They don't call themselves mentor. That's awesome. And it's not in their business card. It's not their job description. And if you don't even know who they are, where they are, how do you reach out, right? So it's really going to take a lot of effort just to find the right person. And that's not the only challenge. You might think that you just simply don't know enough. You can't be helped yet. Like, you need to learn more. Like, even if somebody tries to explain things to you, you think that I'm not gonna get it anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't need to ask. The things I've done this myself. I thought that I should just learn more, be less newbie, and then I can ask questions and have discussions. The thing is, after I've done this several times, always in the end, I just wish that why nobody told me this sooner. Like, I don't need to learn 2 months. Like, I always wish that somebody just teach me. Where were you 2 months ago when I have this problem? So don't delay, just ask away, find help. I also thought that, as a newbie, it was hard to ask for help. But I thought as I become more experienced, it should be easier. But, as I gain more experience, I figured that I should be knowing things already. I shouldn't need to be asking questions, but I still do. I still find myself needing to find help, even though I've been programming for many years. So that's not true. The truth is, nobody's really perfect. Nobody really knows everything. Everyone needs help every now and then. What's more likely to happen is that you've become an expert in one domain and not the other, so you might still need help in other domains. So it's really okay to, even though you're an expert, you still need help. It's fine. Ask away. Often I hesitate to reach out just because I think I'm going to be a burden. I'm gonna be wasting people's time, because time is precious. I don't like when people are wasting my time. I don't want to be the one who wastes people's time. But it's not true. It's not a waste of time helping you. Mentoring you is a valuable and rewarding experience to your mentor. They actually learn from you too. You may be exposing them to new problems and new challenges that they don't normally face themselves, so it's fun. It's not a waste of time. They also face their own challenge during the day. Like, they have their own problems, they face their own uncertainties. So when you actually come to them with a problem in their area of expertise, a problem they actually can solve, it feels nice. So you're actually helping them. So reach out. I also always told myself that, I shouldn't get any help from anyone. I'm not worthy. I'm kind of a newcomer. I don't really deserve anybody's help. Nobody should be helping me. But that's not right. That's not true. You are worthy of help. There is this thing called imposter syndrome, where you don't think that you deserve anything, you don't belong or anything. This is how it can manifest in you. And it can affect men and women. First step is realize this, that acknowledge this could be a problem, and you need to find help with overcoming imposter syndrome. I've started talking to mental health professional about this, and this this might be something you would want to consider doing. I also don't want to reach out simply because I just don't want to feel like a failure. When I'm at the point where I need help, it feels like it's the end. Like I couldn't do it by myself. I failed. But it's not true. It's not true. Asking for help is not a failure. It's not the end. When you reach out, get help, you will actually be one step closer to reaching your goal. You are in a new journey, new success story. Your success story and your mentor's success story. So, ask for help. These are the myths that stand in the way of your success. These myths delay and prevent you from reaching out. Don't believe in them. I've given up so many times in my life. At first, it just sounded like a great idea. It's easy. Why bother? But I've always regretted it. But I have never regretted the decision to find help. Reach out, find a mentor to help you. But where? You still don't know where to find them, right? And I know what the talk title is, dial M for mentor, but you can't actually literally dial M on your phone and be connected to the mentor. That doesn't work. So how do you find one? And I think it all depends on what it is you're trying to accomplish. There are different mentors in different communities, different places. Personally, I like to connect with PyLadies Network. PyLadies is a global mentorship network helping women to be active members of Python community. It's very welcoming, supportive. I actually have met many mentors and allies through PyLadies. So join us on Slack. And if there is no PyLadies chapter where you live, you can start one. Do a pip install PyLadies, and you'll get a starter kit. Also, just want to give a shout out to some conferences like Django Khan. They have volunteer speaker mentors that help new speakers prepare for their talk proposal, prepare for their presentation. I've been helped by them, and I think I would like to see more conferences provide this. So it's a great thing. Also, I'll encourage you to go and check out your local meetups. Like, don't be a stranger. Meet the community, be part of the community. Maybe you don't need help right away, but maybe you have the expertise that somebody else needs. So go to the meetups, be available so they can reach out to you. Now, open source project maintainers are actually mentors too. Whether they acknowledge this or not, whether they like it or not, but one of the roles of an open source project maintainer is to mentor and welcome newcomers and new contributors. They are not tech support people debugging your problems, helping you to fix bugs. They are not service providers writing features for you for free. No, they are your mentors. They can help you contribute to open source. If you need help, reach out to them. They can help you. And luckily for us in this Python community, we have many of these. We have many open source maintainers. Even at this conference, I believe there are a few of them here. And if you find them, say hi, thank them for their work. Be nice, you might need help from them one day. And if you're actually interested in contributing to Python, core Python, we do have mentors. Go to pythonmentors.com. And we also have a mailing list, core mentorship mailing list. And it's for people who need help contributing to CPython. So now what? You've reached out, you know where to find mentors. Are we done? No. Finding a mentor is just the beginning of a new journey. It's a start. Still a lot of work you need to do. Mentorship takes time to build. It's like a new relationship. It's not gonna just happen overnight. It's teamwork. It requires commitment from both of you and your mentor. It takes a lot of effort. Give them the respect they deserve. Like I've said that it's not actually a waste of time, but you should still respect them. Don't need to talk back, don't argue if you don't think that advice is right. That's fine. Just say thanks and find a different mentor. Realize that mentors also have their own personal life. They have a lot of commitments, other commitments. Likely they are actually mentoring others. So don't be too entitled. You can't always expect immediate answer. You can always expect that they'll be available for you. You gotta give them on. You can't expect immediate success, that's all. There's still a lot of work you're going to need to do on your own. This is your own story. This is your own journey. It is your own mission that you're trying to accomplish, not your mentor's goal. Mentors are there to support you. They will help you, guide you into the right direction, but they're still just a passenger. You are the driver all along. It is your responsibility to follow through to accomplish your own mission. You are in control. You get to decide which advice you want to take and how fast or how slow you want to go about reaching your goal. You've got the mojo. And with your mentor behind you, I know you will be successful. You will complete your mission. But remember to take credit for your own work. Yes, you've got help, you got your mentor's help, but I'm certain that you actually do a lot of work by yourself. Take credit of that. So you also want to thank your mentor, of course. Now, all the mentors I've worked with never ask for anything in return. They're just happy to help. But I figured out an effective way to thank your mentor. You pay it forward. You mentor others. All right, so who am I? I've been rambling for 20 minutes, and I promised in the beginning that I will talk more about myself. So my name is Mariatta, and I'm from Vancouver. I'm one of the organizers for Vancouver PyLadies. I also contribute to Python. I contribute to CPython, the dev guide, python.org. And it's something I started doing last summer, like just a little less than a year ago. But that's not where I actually really started wanting to contribute. I became interested in contributing to Python about 2 years ago. At the time I thought, it's supposed to be easy. I know how to write Python. I should be able to contribute to Python. So I spent like 30 minutes reading Python dev guide. Tried to compile Python from source. Saw a very strange error message, something I've never seen before in my life. Freaked out. And I quit. Just like that, I quit. Like I thought, if I couldn't even compile Python from source, maybe I have no business contributing to Python. It took me 1 year before I was ready to admit this mistake, before I was ready to try again. And this time around, I knew I'm going to need help, but first I need to debunk those myths so that I want to get help and accept the help. So I've started reaching out to the community, to PyLadies, core mentorship. I reached out to the core developers, and eventually I found mentors. I found a mentor. I actually found 2 mentors. First, it was Guido van Rossum himself, who's been mentoring me for over a year. And later on, Raymond Hettinger, a senior core developer, also offered to personally mentor me so that I can continue contributing to Python. And it was really important for me to be able to do this, to have their support. Python has existed for more than 20 years, and in all that 20 years, all of the core developers, those with commit rights to Python, have all been men. It wasn't until like 2 or 3 months ago that a woman, for the first time ever, earned commit privilege to Python and became Python core developer. So that's my story. But I actually want to reintroduce myself one last time. Hi, everyone. My name is Mariatta. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. And as of 3 months ago, I'm a Python core developer. It's a real honor for me to be here in PyCon, Italy. Thank you so much. So we have lots of time for questions, but for the first ever question, if there is any, I would like to hear a question from women, and then everybody else, if that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mariatta. So let's move on to the Q&A. Yes.
So what was your first pull request on GitHub?
On GitHub, to everything or to Python? I think the first pull request I ever made is to Pylint, and it was one word change where in the documentation it says how to install Pylint. It says pip install pip, and I changed it to pip install Pylint. That's all.
And that helps so many people on that.
Any other question?
Thank you, Mariatta. I actually want to reach with my question not only you, but everybody else in the room. My name is Julie. I am actually have been doing management for living and decided to become a data scientist. And I'm in the meantime at this changing career, and I'm looking for a way to study in the most efficient way. One of the possibilities is a bootcamp. So if you would like to advise anything, share your story, how to study best or where to study best, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, I have not gone to any boot camp, but we do have I actually went programming the traditional way. I went to university to computer science. But I would recommend going if you're interested in learning Python or Django. We have a really good tutorial at Django Girls. You can follow along at home, or you try to find one of their workshops. I think there were one here and in last week or something. But I like those kind of workshops, especially for women or those that target, beginner newcomers. They are less intimidating. And also, do find out if there is a PyLadies. They usually have, like hack nights or something like that are very welcoming to newcomers. So they are, it's less intimidating for me. That's all. Does that help?
I did skip a little bit of information. I am from Malta, so
Okay.
I'm open to any offers moving somewhere or else. I do appreciate your advice, but at the moment I think I'm looking for something really intense, from morning till night, where I can really learn and progress and get a job afterwards.
I've never attended my bootcamp myself, but I have heard about Recurse Center. I know gone there and they actually find job later. Maybe something you wanna look into.
Yeah, maybe I can connect with you afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
You mentioned, Mariatta, that it is very hard to find the right mentor, and I was wondering what characteristics are you looking at for a mentor? How do you know that he or she is the right mentor?
It's going to take time to figure out. Like first I reach out and then it takes a few meetings before I realize that whether their advice is really or not. So you can't find out in the first meeting. And it's something you just have to know, like whether you are able to communicate clearly, whether they can reply to your emails quickly enough, or maybe were you able to express yourself? Were they able to understand you? So it's a lot of work. Yeah, does that help at all? Yes. Yeah.
So it's like you experiment
Exactly.
until you find the right person.
Yeah, and then if after a few tries you don't think this is the right mentor, then just say thank you and try again. Find a different person.
Thank you once again, Mariatta.
Thank you all.